Okay, so for my topics for my anti-lecture, I'm going to be covering how to start a fire and how to recover from burnout. So my video or physical aspect would be the how to start a fire, which I would be using still images or videos from the internet because I really don't think it's feasible to be constantly starting a fire myself, considering that I've never done one before. I don't know anyone who started a fire before. I don't know how I would even do that. So that is automatically out. Okay, that we're not going to be using that. But I don't really think there's going to be too much of an effect either way, because at the end of the day, that's not the primary subject that I had in mind. The primary subject that I really wanted to focus on with this NT lecture was how to recover from burnout, which I was going to cover through an audio sense. I'm not sure if I want to do the audio myself through narration, or if I want to use text. I don't want to use AI. I think it's completely out of the competition because I feel like AI lacks like a certain tone or emotion that I'm looking for when it comes to this topic. Because burnout is, I wouldn't say it's a sensitive topic, but it is a topic that a lot of us relate to and requires like a little bit of emotion. Because my idea was that if I were to actually narrate, it would be with a very soft and gentle and calming manner. That's the kind of vibe I was going for, with some background music and obviously like the sounds of the fire starting and everything. But AI was just completely out. I did think about using text to kind of put emphasis on the kind of music I would be using in the background, like what kind, if like the kind of like the ambiance that I'm looking for, like a very soft and like gentle ambiance. But text and audio are very different, so I'm not sure which effect would really drive my point home better. I honestly think that it would probably be better to use audio because I feel like you would be able to feel that emotion better through hearing the words versus reading them. But I think everybody interprets things a little differently. This is just how I would take it better, and at the end of the day, it is my project. So that is what I'm thinking of doing, but everything is up for change. I just thought that this would be like really interesting to do because fire is very symbolic, as everyone knows. It symbolizes destruction, but also symbolizes creation. And I think fire also is representative of spirit, and the whole point is to, like, with recovering from burnout, is kind of taking back that spirit and like reviving it. Contradictory as it might sound, I do think that they are more similar than you would expect, because fire in a sense is creating the spirit, it's activating it, while recovering from burnout is going to show rekindling or protecting the spirit, you know? And I really thought about how I'm going to title this, because it's not, it sounds easy, but everything I came up with was really boring. And one thing that AI gave me was, this is not a survival guide. But it kind of is a survival guide, because I feel like we don't give enough credit for recovering from burnout. Like, I do genuinely think that burnout is something that you have to get through and you have to work through. So people might have their different definitions of survival. I think that surviving this deserves credit. So I would call this not your typical survival guide, which is also kind of corny now that I'm thinking about it, but I'm open to suggestions. Yeah, I had to really look back at what I just said, and I honestly don't know what I was saying for half of it, but like everything is very tentative. I am open to change, open to thoughts, like yada yada yada. Everything is still in the works, but this is my general idea, and I would appreciate input where it is needed, because it sounds like, now that I'm hearing this back, it sounds needed. But yeah, this is what I came up with so far.